Hi guys, this is Matt with Ram Goal. In the last video I showed you how to assemble your goal properly, and now I'm going to show you the best way to attach it to your wall. The number one question I get is how high should I mount it? Well, that really depends on the size of your kid, and normally what I tell people to do is have their kid stand up against the wall, put their arm as high as they can, and that's where you want the lower screws on the wall mount to go. So again, it'll just depend on how tall your kid is. So anyway, first step, we have to get the proper tools. First thing, you need a stud finder, a tape measure, a drill with a small drill bit. I just happen to have another drill with a Phillips head. Of course, you can use the same drill. A level, your 4 screws, and a pencil. All right, so the first step is we have to find where the studs are using your stud finder. So I'm gonna go across. All right, and X marks the spot. All right, now, typical studs are 16 inches apart. So we're gonna use our tape measure. We're going to measure 16 inches. Use your pencil. Measure 16 inches. All right. Now we're going to use the level. We're going to use the first hole. Make sure that the second hole is level. All right. It looks perfect. All right. Make sure it's level again. Just check it twice, just in case. All right, perfect. Okay, the next thing, use your drill with your drill bit. Put it in. Now, if you don't feel the stud when you go through, there's a problem. And one thing that is helpful about most houses is, see this outlet down here? There's always a stud on one side or the other of the outlet. This time just happens to be on the right-hand side of this outlet. So that makes sense. We're gonna drill the second hole in. And yep, I hit a stud again. Okay, so make sure you hit studs. If you don't hit studs, there's a problem. So in this case, I happen to hit both studs because I did the measuring correctly and used the stud finder. So next thing you would do, use your Phillips screwdriver and one of the bolts, or nuts, I guess, or little wood screws. You want to put it in. Now remember to leave a little bit of space. Don't drill it all the way into the wall because you won't be able to put your wall mount on it. So leave it out away from the wall just a little bit. Another screw. Put that into the other hole. Again, leave it just a little bit away from the wall. All right, now you can take your Ram Goal, all right, and you can put it on those screws. Okay, so now that those are attached, now you can easily find the lower ones, okay? So, but we're gonna get the backboard out of the way. I haven't taken the film off of this one yet. You can obviously take it off to help you a little bit. I just like to leave it on just to make sure there's no scratches. So, we'll take the quick release pins out on both. We're gonna raise it up a bit to its highest point. Put the pins back in, just so it's kind of out of the way. All right, now we want to make sure that, of course, we know that it's level going across because we already measured that. We want to make sure that it's level up and down. So put the level on the side and make sure that your wall mounts are level horizontally as well, okay? Then, now that you know it's level, drill the hole. You don't have to go in very far, you just really have to mark it. Okay, and then we'll mark it over on this side as well. Make sure it's nice and level. All right, looks great. Mark it. You can either mark it with your pen or you can use your drill. Okay, I marked it with pencil. Now, take the whole thing off. All right, set that down for a second. Don't have enough table space here. Okay, so the first thing, we want to make sure these are a little bit tighter now. All right, just a little bit. Make sure you can put that on there. And now we want to drill the lower holes in. Again, if you don't hit a stud, there's a problem. Finish this drill. Okay, now ready to officially attach the goal. Okay, again, the upper level should fit right on, both of them. All right, nice and secure. Now take your screw, make sure your hole is lined up with the hole that you drilled. Okay, drill that in nice and tight. Get your fourth screw, make sure it's lined up. All right, put this one in. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, pull these out, lower it to its lowest level, and you'll go back into the top, kind of make those two tight. You're done. Pretty simple. This will go up and down. Should be pretty solid. Remember, we tightened everything up very tightly before. Put your pins in. Put your pins in. All right, everything should be nice and solid, very solid. Now it's time to put your net on and take the film off. Thanks for listening. Thank you again for buying a Ram Goal.